I'm Eytan Shander with Awesemo Jock Market. We have 3 picks for your Wednesday night NBA slate. But before you jump in, use our promo code Awesemo, and we're going to match your first deposit up to $50. All right, let's jump in. We have 3 plays for you on this Wednesday night. We're going to take advantage of LeBron James being out. Lakers still trying to figure out who they are without being so reliant upon Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook. I don't think that's really possible. And a little bit of a narrative that's going to fuel our first play. That's Jimmy Butler. Heat Lakers later on Wednesday night. We saw how that game ended with the Nuggets. Butler was on fire, yelling and screaming, tweeting, everything else that comes from it. He's going to be personally fired up. There's also a really nice avenue without LeBron James there on the floor for that wing position to get to the rack. We know Jimmy does that exceptionally well. He has been passing and rebounding on a great clip to really trust here. So I think when you look at where we have Jimmy projected, he is the 4th highest player on Awesemo's projection for Jock Market tonight. Good, fair IPO price, $10.40. Probably worth a little bit more, maybe up to 50, 60 cents if you wanted to bump that up. Simply because if you look above him, yes, KD, Curry, and Giannis is always going to be a threat. But mind you, there is none of these other guys have a main person or defender against them out like Jimmy does. So let's keep it in that same game because much like we've seen here without LeBron on the defensive end be a little bit of a problem. Anthony Davis, no issue whatsoever playing through that thumb injury. Miami is a tough squad, definitely Bam up front. Like it's not going to be easy by any means for Anthony Davis to dominate the slate. But if you look at where we have him projected, right pretty much with Jimmy Butler, the fair IPO price about 40 cents less. This is a pivot that I think you can make pre-tip on the IPO. If you're not looking at buying into shares of Jimmy Butler, you can definitely move into Anthony Davis. I do think that people are going to move away from AD and Westbrook, I think, as well, to a lesser extent, because of the matchup, because how tight Miami plays and how good Miami is defensively and how much they like to slow the game down. I'm looking at it more from an opportunity to pivot away from Jimmy Butler. Getting in, I don't think that price at $10 goes any higher. And now we know AD has as good a shot of anybody at being a top 1-2 player on the slate. Somebody who could sneak in, we like to do this here on our way out, as a top 3 player and has a good pathway, opportunity at the very least, avenue at best, to being the 3rd best player on the slate, maybe not breaking it overall, is what we've seen with this Mavs game in Jalen Brunson. He is the 2nd leading scorer for Dallas. He's coming off the bench. He's taking full advantage. I know it's not just because he's a Nova guy, but he's taking full advantage of second unit minutes and really being able to take advantage of weaker defenders. You're going to see a tougher matchup against Chicago, but he's not going to be up against Ball. He's not going to be up against that starting unit as much early on. He could easily get to 20, 25 points. Decent passer, rebounder as well. All of a sudden, you start to see a stat sheet filled up because Dallas isn't going to be in this game for the most part. And there's your way to get a cheaper Brunson. Now we have him at $1.70 as a fair IPO price and a projected stat line of 26.6. So those are your 3 tonight. You can look at it again. Jimmy Butler, Anthony Davis, Jalen Brunson on the outside. Use our promo code Awesemo before you do anything, AWESEMO, and we're going to match your first deposit on Jock Market up to $50. I'm Eytan Shander. Have a great night.